And you know what else was a Sandy? Michelle not being there.
And not caring.
Somebody sent me a meme that was like a picture of Michelle Obama, and underneath it said, if I send you this picture, it
I'm
means
not going.
coming.
I actually send it to people now.
Welcome back to Hysteria, the podcast that would like to thank the University of Notre Dame football team for losing in the national championships and making me feel, I don't know, like distracting from Inauguration Day. Like, I'll look back and I'll remember it primarily as the day that my alma mater lost in the national championships, not the day that Donald Trump was.
That's fine. We were
inaugurated.
watching here too and cheering for your Fighting Irish because I went to Wisconsin and oh, how I hate Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. Ohio State sucks. Ohio is not bringing America its best, I gotta say.
See previous segment.
One time I got in a Twitter fight with the wife of a former Ohio senator because I said Ohio sucked ass, and she was like really, really upset about it.
If we can't have a sense of humor about where we live, what is the point?
Exactly. Look, in any state that takes that long to drive through while offering so little in return does not have my respect. Get Indiana skinny, Ohio, or get out of my fucking face. I watched like bits and pieces of the inauguration, but I mostly avoided it because I was like, why? What difference does me watching this and the emotions it'll make me feel will vastly be detrimental to my life, while at the same time doing nothing to solve any of the problems that I'm watching unfold on screen.
Totally.
Right. So, but I did watch some news about it, and I watched some clips from it. And I want to say there is a specific clip from the inauguration that is so funny. I've watched it 600 times, and I think you were the one who shared it with me. And it is a clip of former President George W. Bush, who I fully am like, that's a war criminal right there, right? So, like, prefacing by saying that him reacting to an extended silence during the inauguration is the funniest fucking reaction video I've seen in so long. The more I watch it, the funnier it is. He basically like looks around, his eyes get darty, like he's just taken an edible or something like that.
That was what I said was the funniest thing, when the edible hits and you didn't realize you were going to something serious.
His eyes start around. He like raises his eyebrows. He's such a like goofy guy. He's having a good time, like looking around and being like, oh, like
he is in the moment.
I know, but it's like when somebody gets called to the principal's office and like there's everyone else in the class is like, oh, like that was him. He was just like, I will forever dislike that man overall. I've never had any personal interactions with him. I've heard he's lovely. You've said in person, but I will never forgive him for his presidency and for not standing up to Trump in the run up to the 2024 election. However, that video is so, you're like, I get why he was elected president. He seems like a person that you see the guy on TV and you're like, I'd hang out with him. You know?
But see, here's the thing. Well, especially because he ran against John Kerry, who was like, and Al Gore, and neither of them are especially, I don't know, chummy. But Erin, he is, now look, I worked for John Kerry. We ran against George Bush, Iraq, all the things. But in his personal capacity, I have met him quite a few times. I gotta admit, I love the man. But him doing, it's almost hard to imagine that he's not taking edibles before all of these events. Remember the first inauguration where he was like, that was some shit? Like that's, like, it's like he's the only one who kind of comes on the level. And there was a video before the one where he is standing up looking like the cat that swallowed the canary, or that he has ants in his pants, where he's backstage with Barack Obama. And one of the reporters is backstage and they're like, President Bush, are you going to behave? And Barack Obama just goes, nope, he's not going to behave. Nope. And you could tell when they took their seats and Obama was sitting next to them and is taller than they are, he's looking around, observing, which I am sorry, can only be compared. Trump's inaugural can only be compared in the panoramic frame to Logan Roy's funeral on Succession. Same people were there. Watching people who couldn't believe they were there take it in was a bit of a Sanny.
Yeah. And you know what else was a Sandy? Michelle not being there.
And not caring.
I love that. I got somebody sent me a meme that was like a picture of Michelle Obama, and underneath it said, "If I send you this picture, it
I'm
means
not going."
coming."
I actually send it to people now because it's so funny. It's like a very posed photo, and it's like,
Yeah, she just looks like so elegant and classy, and just like, I'm not going.
not going. See you when I see it.
That is a level of realness that I wish that more elected officials would have the courage to display. Like, yeah, George W. Bush being there, like, ho, 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 none of this is going to affect me. It's like funny just as like a piece of, like if I'm watching a character in a movie do it. But Michelle Obama not going because she fucking hates Donald Trump. That's like legit, like, yeah, that's real. Good for you. You shouldn't go. Don't go if you think this person is a threat to democracy. What the fuck are these people doing sitting there and being like, yeah, it's fine. It's not.
It's not. And she
Thank
said
you.
it's not, so she didn't go.
Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, that's my Sandy for this week. Alyssa, where are you at?
I had to Sandy too. So I have two little Sandies. One, I've been trying to think about, because we talk about it, what can we do to bring more joy? What can we do to broaden our interests? So Erin, I would like you to know that on my 49th birthday, which is next month, I have signed up to take a beekeeping class.
222.
222. I am
Yes.
taking a beekeeping class.
Ooh.
Yes.
I love
Because
this for you.
I need a new skill, right? Bees, we need more bees, right? And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this beekeeping class, and it's going to be with all these people who I don't know. And it's at a local farm, and I'm going to go outside my comfort zone and meet other people who like bees.
Oh my gosh. You're going to be like, let's be friends.
You know that there's going to be merch.
I know.
So I am excited about that. And then, you know, when they brought TikTok back, I wasn't going to download it. But Erin, if there is any proof that people are watching us, let this be the lesson. I was like, I'm just going to check TikTok for 2 seconds. The first thing I opened up was a video of Brandy Carlisle in Mexico at Riviera Maya on their they do like a 90s theme for a week. And she was performing, she sang Celine Dion. She sang It's All Coming Back to Me. I watched that stupid video 25 times. Check my Instagram. It's probably still there because I reposted it. But like, I have to shut the TikTok down now. But I have to say that like Brandy Carlisle singing that song and thinking about Celine Dion, I was like, we can survive. We can get through this. If Celine can get through stiff man syndrome, we can get through Donald Trump. We can do it. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can. I still haven't downloaded TikTok again.
I know. I felt weak, but I did it.
I mean, look, we all have our
And then they
coping
tried to
mechanisms.
just lure me in.
Yeah.
Fucking Brandy Carlisle content. They might as well put the Indigo Girls up there. I'd have been like, ooh, show me more.
You know, you talk about beekeeping and being your new hobby. I decided, you know, if I ever became like somebody who had too much money and like never had to work a day in my life ever, I would get into falconry. I think that would be my crazy rich lady pursuit.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I went to a like falconry or like a bird show at the Los Angeles Zoo, which, you know, isn't that great of a zoo wise. We're such a big city. We should have a better zoo. It's fine, but it's not like great. Thanks a lot, San Diego. But
And you've got the climate for it.
right. And they've got a really good bird show though. And there's this one part where they like slingshot a hot dog into the air and a falcon catches it like several yards up. It is like the coolest thing ever. And I was like, that's it. I want a pet falcon, like falcons sparkling in my eyes. I'm like, we gotta get into falconry.
You and me, a plot of land, some bees, some falcons. I'm telling you, it's going to be.
We got to keep the raptors and the crows away from each other, though.
Well, right, yeah.
I think the crows like to tease the raptors because they're not as smart as the crows. And
Crows
the
are
raptors,
smart.
yeah, it would be like a bird war, and I don't want to get involved in that. And the bees would just be like, "I'm pollinating here. Can you please
Give me my privacy.
give me some space?" As my 3-year-old says, "Give me space."